Hey guys, Jared here, and today we're going to be finishing up our Spotify search series. We've taken data from Spotify, used AlamaFire to parse that data, and then we've loaded up into its various views. Now we're going to go ahead and make it so the person can search for whatever the heck they want. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I want to do is inside of our main.storyboard right here, we need to add a search bar. So let's just go ahead, open up our right side right here. Then we're going to go down here to our UI elements, and we're going to go ahead and click and drag the search bar right onto that. Now I'm going to be adding it right just down here, but we're going to move it up in just a second. But you just want to make sure that they have those two dots on the sides, as you can see right there, and they line. So it's adding it to the table view rather than inside of that cell, as you would see if you did that. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. That way you're adding it to that table view rather than the cell. So now the next thing I want to do is I have the search bar here. I don't want to put it underneath all my cells. That would make no sense whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and take this search bar and just move it right above my cell over here in my hierarchy, as you can see. So we have our table view, search bar, and cell. And that's how you can move things below or above. And there you have it. So now that we have the search bar in there, let's go ahead and connect this up to our viewcontroller.swift file, the file that actually controls the table view itself. Then we're going to go ahead and connect it via that way. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to right click or control click and drag from my search bar. I can't reach it if I click on the cell right there. So I'm going to go over here to my hierarchy, right click or control click and drag, and then we just move that right over here. Now we're going to make this connection type an outlet. So go ahead and say the name of this will be my search bar, and then go ahead and connect that. Now with the search bar, I'm going to go ahead and let's close up our assistant editor and just head into our viewcontroller.swift. And now we want to control this search bar a little bit more. So what we're going to do is go up here, we're going to say comma UI, and then this will be my search bar delegate, because we're going to want to delegate exactly what's coming from the search bar. Now, when do we want to grab this text? And that's the real main question here, because we want to go ahead and start searching when that search bar is clicked. So what we're going to do is inside of this UI search bar delegate, there's already a function created called search bar search button clicked. So we're going to go ahead and tab all of that in so that we have this function search bar search button clicked. Now with this, I'm going to go ahead and, as you can see, there is the search bar referenced right in here. So this makes things beautiful and easy to actually manage exactly what's going on inside of our search bar. So I'm going to go ahead and say my keywords will be equal to my search bar.text. So I'm going to take that search bar.text. Now with these keywords, we want to go ahead and load this up into our link that we have right here. So we have our search URL, search, and then we're searching for Sean plus Mendez. So as you can see, it's not Sean space Mendez, it's Sean plus Mendez. That's just how the Spotify API works. You need to have a plus in between all of your keywords that you're searching for. So with our keywords, we're going to go ahead and do exactly that. We're going to put pluses instead of spaces. So we're going to go ahead and say my keywords dot, and then I'm going to say replacing occurrences of string with string. So with our of string, we're going to go ahead and replace the occurrence of a space with, and then this is going to be replacing it with a plus value, like so. And now we can go ahead and set this up right inside of our search URL. So I'm going to go ahead and say my search URL will be equal to, and I'm going to go ahead and take this search URL right here, and then I'm going to just paste that right in there. And instead of having Sean plus Mendez, I'm going to go ahead and say slash open close parentheses like so. And that's going to allow me to put in a variable that I just created, which of course is keywords. So now we have API search Q will be equal to my keywords, like so. Now, one thing I forgot to do is actually we need to have a let my final keywords, because as we had it this way, that's actually not editing that string. So we need to go ahead and create another string in order to edit it properly. So that's how that works. Now we have these final keywords, so we're just going to go ahead and plop that right into there. And voila, now we have it all working with our search URL. And then now that we have our search URL, as you can see down here inside of our view.did.load, we have call Alamo with the search URL. Now, if you want it to be automatically searching for Sean Mendez when your view loads, that's up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and take that, copy that, delete it from out of my view.did.load so it's not called in the view.did.load. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste this right down here that we're calling AlamoFire when we click that search bar button. Now up here with our search URL, I'm going to go ahead and just take all that out and just say it's going to be equal to a string, because really we only want to load up our search URL when we actually have that all set up properly. Now this is all we need. We automatically have a search bar because of that UI search bar, so when we click on that search bar you can automatically see that that's there. I'm going to show you how to dismiss that view controller in just a minute, but let's go ahead and continue on. So what I'm going to do is go over here to my main.storyboard, click on the search bar, and one thing I forgot to do is go ahead and set the delegate of this search bar to the table view controller. So I'm going to go ahead and right click or control click and drag from that search bar over to the table view controller and automatically say delegate. So now this table view controller is actually going to delegate, and you'll be able to see when I click that search bar button. Let's go ahead and build and run this so that we can see exactly what's going on. Alright, so it's troubleshooting because we had something wrong. So what I did is I have this print search URL, and what that did is when I search for something like Adele, you'll see that it's search queue optional, and then it's Adele, like so. So we want to go ahead and remove that optional value from the final keywords that are coming from that. So what we're going to do is take the search URL, and then right inside of here we're just going to go ahead and take these final keywords, and we're going to put an exclamation point at the end of that so that it unwraps that optional value. Now let's go ahead and build and run this. So now that we have this all built and ran, we can go ahead and search for whatever we want. Go ahead, click that search bar button that's now at the bottom of your keyboard. And voila, it's automatically going to call Alamo Fire. I can see that it's loading up right there. So now it's going to call Alamo Fire, and there you have it. Now it's loaded up all of the songs that are inside of my project. Now for dismissing your keyboard, it's very simple. So I'm just going to go in here, say search bar button clicked. I'm going to go ahead and say self.view.end editing, and then I'm going to go ahead and say true to that. And now we can go ahead, build and run this, and we should be able to, when we click on that search bar button, it's automatically going to dismiss that view controller. So here I have it inside of my application. I'm going to go ahead and search for, let's say, Adele. Then I say search, it's going to dismiss that keyboard. It's going to load everything up, and I can just go ahead and click on one of these songs to preview it. Takes me over to that view. Everything's working perfectly. Anyway, there you have it. That is the end of the Spotify search series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button down below. If you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. If you want to see another video I make, be sure to click here. And also, if you want to get better support, live streams, and other things like that, be sure to check out Architopia. Anyway, have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, Jared here, and today we're going to be doing the finale of how to do Spotify search. Spotify? What am I saying?